So tomorrow, which is today for you, is the 100th episode of Making It Up As We Go. It's our podcast that we do every week on the site, and we talk about the latest in CNC lasers and 3D printing videos that are out there, stuff you should be watching. So to celebrate that, there's something missing here in the shop that I want to get up. And that something, of course, is the almighty, fabled scoreboard. Now, it's not going to be working yet, but if we can get it up on the wall, it'll be one step in the right direction. Now, anybody that's not familiar with the scoreboard project that we have here at the shop, I didn't buy it even. I got it for free off of Facebook Marketplace. You know, the demon of all things that my wife hates about me. Anyway, ended up picking up the scoreboard, which I'll link to the video up here. And you can go check it out where I bring it home and plug it in and all that good stuff. But anyway, so we've got to get it mounted up here. There's a few things that we need to address before we can move it up there. First here is how we're mounting it. So this is the wall in the shop where it's going to be mounted. It's actually going to be centered on these two trusses here. And what you can't see right now is underneath of the wall here. And I was planning for this already when I put the walls on, because behind it is a 2x6 that runs this 10-foot span from there to there, which I was intending to mount this to. Now, since I've put the wall up, you can see we've added conduit for electricity. There's electricity that comes down here too. And that means that that's no longer a 10-foot span in between the two. So I got this piece of 2x6, and we're going to cut that down to 9 feet 8 inches, and it should fit in between that piece of conduit and that piece of conduit. The other thing to realize too is that we do need this piece of 2x6 here because the conduit, spaces out from the wall, and the scoreboard needs to lay flat up against something. So, we got to put the 2x4 or the 2x6 up there. The thing I need to address is actually getting the scoreboard out of its hiding place. That's the back of it. And it's 17 feet long. So it goes back to about here. So it's behind some of the wreaths that are hanging on the wall. It's behind my toolbox. It's behind some solar panels and all that. So I got to dig it out. I've already started moving some things out of the way. So, the tractor, lawnmower and stuff like that was here. We've got to get the toolbox out of the way. And then I think I can pull it out this way and maneuver it into place. So hopefully it won't be too much of a hassle. It's like 90 degrees today, so I'm sweating my cojones off right now. So it's going to be tiring either way. Probably more major issue is how we're going to get it up there. Now, I know I do have a forklift. However, it doesn't have brakes. And so getting it down here to the shop isn't ready to happen yet. And also, I just got a battery for it to try to move it around. But I forgot to order a charger, so that's not here yet. So we're going to have to make do. We're going to have to figure something out. Oh yeah, this is a 10-foot span between these two. And remember, I did say that the scoreboard is about 17 feet long. So South Carolina is going to have to come down because we're going to go right on top of that. We'll find another home for that. But besides that, getting it up there is going to be sketchy. It's going to be sketchy. Oh well. Look, even if you have a smaller shop, I can't tell you how beneficial having a pallet jack is. It's like even just moving this around. Without the pallet jack, I was going to have to take toolboxes all off and and all that to move this table around. with the pallet jack, I threw 3 pieces of 2x4s up underneath both sides of it, lifted up and just rolled it out of the way. So real quick, real easy. You can pick these things up on Facebook Marketplace for like $75. And you don't need a new one. You just need one that works. All right, so got everything out of the way. It wasn't nearly as bad as what I thought it was going to be to get this out of its hiding place. So now I still need to drag it out and drag it over there. But it'll get it over there. You can see how we're going to mount it. So when I got this thing, these brackets were in a few different spots. But right after I got it, I went ahead and put them in even spots going down the piece. So all 4 of these will fit within that 10-foot bay. So that's the important part. I don't know. There's some screws sitting on top of it. I need to find out what those are. Not sure if I took the screws out of the back of one of these or not. I think I did. Because there's a couple missing here and a couple missing there. But I'm not sure. Maybe the screws are out of that side. I have to look. Well, amazingly, I've gotten it over here. Surprisingly, this thing is really not heavy. And I was wrong on the dimensions. It's really about 14 and a half feet, just over, not 17 feet. But so that means that a little over 2 feet will be overhanging each of the bay here. So, as you can see, I already got the South Carolina flag down. So good deal. And I've also cut this 2x6 to fit in between the conduit there and there. So let me show you where I'm at with this now. So I've gone ahead and I've marked the center of it here and the center of the scoreboard, which is about the same place. And as you can see, I have mount here lining up good, mount here lining up good on this, but this one down here isn't going to be on the board. That is right over top of that conduit. So I got 1/4 inch, 4-inch long lag screws for this project, and I've got 10 of them. And like I said, this thing really doesn't weigh that much. So I've decided I'm just going to put them into those 3 parts and be done with it for now. If I have any concerns about it, I can take it out and I can put like a 1/2 inch one into the centers or something like that. It'll be fine, I think, either way. I've gone ahead and I've gotten 10 of 4-inch long, 1/4 inch lag bolts and the big 1.25 inch fender washers. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal either way. And like I said, I'm moving this thing around by myself, like picking it up basically and putting it on the cart. When I did pick it up originally from Facebook Marketplace, the lady that I got it from, she and I carried it to my truck. So, they're not, it's not that heavy. So it's good times. I think it'll be fine with the 1/4 inch, a 5/16, a 3-inch long lag bolt has a pull-out strength of 600 foot-pounds or something like that. That's what I use for my solar stuff into pine. So, and that's like with a 2-inch depth of engagement. So these are going to be 4-inch long, and they're going to be going through 2 2x6s and the 7/16 particle board that's there. So it's going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to go ahead and put it up as it is. All right. So we got that board up there, and there's 6 of the 1/4 inch by 4-inch long lag bolts holding it on there. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. I could hang from it. I yanked on it. I didn't put my full weight on it, but I'm pretty sure I weigh more than this thing. So I'm really confident that even with what I've put up there already, it would be fine. But we're also going to add 3 more lag bolts in the spots. There's one there, there's one here, and there's one here. Those are going to go through the loops here, and well, the 3 down on this side, not that one, remember? And got to figure out a way to get it up there now. Ooh, that's where the sketchy goes. Look, if you're enjoying at all this stupidness and insanity that I do on this channel, just like it and subscribe. It really would help me out a little bit, and it doesn't cost you anything, so just click it. Click it. Here's where the sketchy part comes in. So it's got to go centered on that wall there, and the Ranger CNC is over here, and it's, I don't know, 18 inches away from the wall or something like that. So there is a little bit of room behind there, but this has to go up and over to the wall. And so I moved the stuff that was away from in front of the wall, except for that rack. And it's one of those $50 plastic things from, Home Depot or whatever. And I'm thinking if I can lift this thing up and over the power washers and stuff and just maybe lean it on top. I've got it braced up against a golf cart that's flipped up on its side. So that's the tire right there. Maybe it'll hold. I don't know. That's the sketchy part. Like I said, this thing isn't super heavy, but for one person, it's heavy. So, but not so heavy that you can't maneuver it, but it's awkward. It's an awkward maneuver. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try to lift this side up and pivot on that corner down there and just try to get it up high enough that it clears this golf cart and the pressure washers and gets back to the wall. If I can get back to the wall, I think I'm golden, but we'll find out here in a second. I would time lapse it, but this is beyond sketch. See, I told you it was sketchy, to say the least. I don't even want to show you what it looks like right now. So, holy crap, I'm sweating. Yeah, and it's if my wife saw this, she would not be happy. But I'm almost there. I've got, on the left side, I need to go up about a foot. The problem is that you might have saw at the end of that time lapse that I have the 6-foot ladder, which is the yellow one, and I have the 8-foot ladder, which is the blue one. The blue one's too tall to set it up on top of. It'll be that's too much. So I got to come up with something. But you'll see the finished result here in just a minute. Well, really, for you, it's a second. It's a fade. So, fade. Holy shit, yeah! Check that out. Oh, it's incredible. Oh, I'm so happy. There is a little bit of an adjustment that I do need to do. I don't know if you can tell it here on the screen, but it's slightly crooked somehow. I'm not really sure how, but this side is an inch taller than that corner. So I do need to make that adjustment, which I will do from this side over here to lift it up and give me that extra inch. So we can all use an extra inch. So anyway, oh, it's incredible. It's awesome. So what's next for the scoreboard now that it's up on the wall? Let's go to the office and we'll talk about it. All right, so here we are back in the office in a nice cool shower and not so nasty like I was out in the shop. Holy crap, it was rough out there today. Anyway, neither here nor there. So you might have noticed on the scoreboard there was one of the numbers was missing and one of the goal lights was also missing. Those are here in my office somewhere. I don't know where. So I got to find them, but that's not really all that important at the moment. What is important is all this stuff behind me here. So what this is all the stuff that I've bought before to work on the scoreboard. It's also consists of, I forget how many of them there are. So I modeled up the light pods on the scoreboard and printed them all out on my Ender 3 when I was using that. That just tells you how long ago this has been in the works. But I remember it was over 300 hours of print time on the Ender 3 to get these things ready. So the light pods themselves consist of four parts, including the light. So this is the main pod part. There's this little guy, which is the diffuser, and then this little guy here that the LED fits through. So then what happens is that you essentially you glue that on top of there. So this whole box is full of these light pods and pieces, and this box is full of them. So I forget how many there were total. Maybe I have 345 pieces written down here. So it's a lot. If that's the case, or if that's how many lights there were, I can't remember. But I remember overall it was over 300 hours worth of print time on the old Ender 3. And really, that was like the last jobs that the Ender 3 ever did. So good on it. It did a good job on them. So we got to get it all wired up. So we're going to be using some new addressable LEDs. My original plan was to, and maybe at some point we can still do it this way, was to make all the sections be able to be programmable. And so, the numbers would, you could set different timers and stuff like that. If you're playing games there in the shop, you could do that. I'm not really sure what we're going to do with it at this point. The numbers just might light up and run through sequences and then do like a clock or something on the center part. Not really sure. Yeah, so we're going to use an Arduino Uno or a Raspberry Pi and do that portion of it. So that's next, but stay tuned. Hopefully it won't be another like 2 years until I get to finish this up, especially since it's all pretty much here. It's doing the coding and crap and actually assembly. So we can use the laser to cut the panels that fit all the lights on and stuff like that. And, we've got the tools to do it. So now that it's up on the wall, it needs to get done. So let's get it done. All right, party people, that's it for this one. Again, tune in tonight or every Saturday night to the Our Ballard Designs YouTube channel and watch Making It Up As We Go. And we're going to be talking this week about all the latest videos and that have been happening in the CNC, laser, and 3D printing worlds, and sharing what's going on. So hope you guys have a great day. Thanks a lot for the past 100 shows, and here's to the next 100 shows. Until then, peace out, sauerkraut.